Welcome to United Report, your daily hub for all things Manchester United, from transfer news and match updates to exclusive stories. We've got you covered. If you're a true Red Devil, hit subscribe and join the United family. Glory, glory, Man United. Jadon Sancho's turbulent time at Manchester United is finally coming to an end. After being banished by Ruben Amorim and cast into the bomb squad alongside Rashford and Antony, Sancho is now just days away from securing a 25 million move to Juventus. With Chelsea and Fenerbahce backing out earlier, the Italian giants have swooped in with a 4-year deal, and the winger has agreed to take a huge pay cut just to make the move happen. Is this the fresh start Sancho needs? Manchester United are close to wrapping up negotiations with Juventus over the sale of Jadon Sancho. United are desperate to sell Sancho, who has been kicked out of first-team training by Ruben Amorim, and are about to get their wish. Amorim has banned Sancho, Marcus Rashford, Alejandro Garnacho, Antony and Tyrell Malacia from attending the training ground at the same time as the first team. They are currently forced to arrive after 5 p.m, when everyone else has already gone home, in order to keep fit. The bomb squad approach has proven contentious at United, but it is about to bear fruit with Sancho. With a transfer to Juventus a matter of days away, the winger had appeared set to join Chelsea at the end of the season after spending the campaign on loan with the Blues. However, Chelsea turned down the opportunity to sign him permanently, deciding they would rather stump up a $5 million fee than pay $25 million for his services. Sancho then agreed personal terms with Fenerbahce over a transfer, only for that move to collapse. Thankfully for United, Juve have stepped into the breach. An Italian outlet Sport Mediaset report that there is now a full agreement with Sancho over a 4-year contract worth $5.2 million per year. The Italian giants are close to agreeing terms with United too. Juve initially offered 17 million, but are now ready to meet United's asking price of £25 million, £21.6 million, a figure which includes easily achievable add-ons and severance pay for Sancho, who is halving his salary to move to Turin. Sancho is currently paid around £300,000 per week by United, where he is under contract until June 2026. Fenerbahce had been willing to pay him $10 million out of $8.5 million per year, but that move to Jose Mourinho's side fell apart. Marcus Rashford has broken his silence. Just moments before Manchester United kicked off their pre-season, the England star, exiled from the first team alongside the so-called bomb squad, is training alone, and his latest Instagram post has sent fans into a frenzy. With Barcelona pushing for a loan move, Rashford's time at Old Trafford may be nearing its end. Is this the beginning of a new chapter in Spain for the winger, or will United pull the plug? Let's break down the drama, the workout clips, and what it all means for Rashford's future. Shortly before Manchester United faced Leeds United in their first pre-season friendly in Stockholm, Marcus Rashford took to social media. Rather curious timing, you might say. Rashford is not part of the 29-man United squad in Sweden for the fixture. The England international, back with the club after falling out with Ruben Amorim and spending the second half of last season on loan at Aston Villa, is one of 5 senior stars who make up part of the so-called bomb squad. He and the other 4, Alejandro Garnacho, Antony, Jadon Sancho and Tyrell Malacia, have all been told they won't train with the first team as they explore opportunities to leave Old Trafford. The fivesome are able to use the club's Carrington training ground, but have been asked to do so when the first team and head coach Amorim have headed home. Rashford is keen to find a move abroad. Barcelona is his preference, and the 2 clubs are in negotiations, with Hansi Flick keen on a deal being done. An offer has been made over a potential loan deal with an option to buy at the end of the season. That suits Rashford and may be the best that United can get. Rashford has been very keen in recent weeks to share images on social media of himself putting in the hard graft in the gym. His latest, on Saturday shortly before the Leeds fixture, was simply entitled The Lab. It marks the 3rd such upload, featuring clips of Rashford's workout regime since the beginning of last week. Several United teammates have responded to these posts, and the latest was no different. Antony, Diogo Dalot, Ethan Wheatley, Godwill Kokonki, Joe Hugel and Joshua Zirkzee all gave the latest upload a like. Antony, like Rashford, has been omitted from the squad to take on Leeds. The same applies to Ethan Wheatley and Joshua Zirkzee. United say Zirkzee, the £34 million summer signing 12 months ago, is dealing with a small issue. Several of the club's former players have also shown Rashford their support. They include Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Brandon Williams, Donny van der Beek, Facundo Pellistri and Jesse Lingard. Andre Onana, Bruno Fernandes, Jadon Sancho, Lisandro Martinez, Matthias Cunha, Matthijs de Ligt and Rasmus Højlund have liked previous posts too. Rashford has been sharing clips of his off-season training, including sprints and paddle sessions. "The work don't stop. Let's go," he wrote alongside a video on the track. A more recent post declared putting in the work with family and friends before the serious stuff starts back up. "It's finally happening, Bryan. Mbeumo is heading to Manchester United in a blockbuster £71 million move. After 2 failed bids, United's third offer has been accepted by Brentford, clearing the way for the high-flying Cameroon international to complete his medical and seal the switch. Despite Champions League interest from Tottenham, Mbeumo had only one destination in mind: Old Trafford. With 20 goals and 8 assists last season, this could be United's signing of the summer. Here's all the details behind the deal, the payment structure, and what it means for United's new-look attack under Ruben Amorim. Bryan Mbeumo's £71 million move to Manchester United has moved a step closer after Brentford agreed to sanction the sale of their top goalscorer. United had failed with 2 earlier bids for Mbeumo, 25, only for a third offer to be deemed acceptable by B's Chiefs. That will see Brentford receive £65 million guaranteed, paid across 4 instalments, with £6 million more to come in add-ons. Mbeumo's representatives had already agreed personal terms with the Old Trafford hierarchy, paving the way for a move to be completed in the next couple of days, pending the completion of a medical. The Cameroon international had also had keen interest from Tottenham Hotspur, a move that would have seen him follow the path taken by head coach Thomas Frank last month. But he has always preferred a move to United, despite the club not being in Europe this season and Spurs returning to the Champions League, and made his intention clear to all parties while continuing to train as normal at the start of pre-season. United's initial bids of £45 million and £55 million up front were swiftly rejected by Brentford, whose view was that they should hold out for more than what United paid Wolves for the Brazilian Matheus Cunha at the beginning of the transfer window. United have also signed young fullback Diego Leon from the Paraguayan club. Cerro Porteño Mbeumo scored 20 goals and added 8 assists, having played in every league game for Brentford last season. He joined the club in 2019 and was a vital part of their promotion from the Championship. United begin their pre-season campaign with a friendly against Leeds United in Stockholm on Saturday afternoon before heading to America. While stateside, they will face West Ham, Bournemouth and Everton before hosting Fiorentina a week before the new season kicks off. Ruben Amorim is not expected to include several players who have been given permission to find new clubs in his travelling party. That includes Alejandro Garnacho, Jadon Sancho, Marcus Rashford and winger Antony. Marcus Rashford's dream move to Barcelona has hit a wall of criticism, and it's coming from Manchester United legend Teddy Sheringham. With Rashford training alone and desperate to leave Old Trafford, Sheringham has blasted the forward's attitude and insists he hasn't earned the right to join a club like Barca. As United and Rashford prepare to part ways, could Sheringham's harsh words reflect a growing frustration among fans and former players? Let's dive into the full story. Teddy Sheringham hopes that Marcus Rashford doesn't get the move from Manchester United to Barcelona, claiming the forward isn't worthy of such a switch. The United Academy graduate is tipped to leave Old Trafford this summer after falling out of favour under Ruben Amorim. He was loaned out to Aston Villa for the second half of the season, but Unai Emery's side opted against making his move a permanent one. Rashford is now weighing up his options, and those close to him understand that the dream scenario would see him head to the new camp. The Spanish club are considering a swoop, having missed out on some of their other targets this summer. Nico Williams chose to remain at Athletic Bilbao, whilst Liverpool are determined not to sell Luis Diaz, which could see them turn their attention to the United outcast. Sheringham, though, doesn't believe Rashford's behaviour has warranted a move to one of Spain's giants. The player's attitude and off-field antics were called out by previous manager Erik ten Hag, who previously dropped him on several occasions. Amorim was also quick to highlight issues with Rashford, airing concerns with his application at training. Sheringham told Sky Bet, if you assess where Marcus Rashford is at as a professional footballer, you strive as a youngster to get to the very top and play for clubs like Manchester United, and when you're there you appreciate it. You don't throw it away and say you want to leave. I find the whole episode very soul-destroying compared to the way I was back in the day and how I strove to get the privilege to play for such a huge football club. To hear someone talking the way he is talking, saying he wants out, I didn't like Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang doing that at Arsenal. I thought it was soul-destroying, and I hope Rashford doesn't get the move that he's hankering for. From my perspective, if you go from Manchester United to Barcelona, that's a step up that he hasn't deserved. United and Rashford are keen to part ways in a move that would suit all parties. He is one of a number of major names earning big wages who the club want to get off their books. The player has returned for pre-season, but is training on his own at Carrington. Rashford has proved to be a devastating player in the final third when on form, previously hitting 30 goals in a season, but he's remained hugely inconsistent. Barcelona, though, may feel he can further their attacking quality if they can get him back to his best.